Hey guys, I'm back with another guitar lesson for you today. Today we're doing a song by Noel Gallagher and the High Flying Birds called In a Little While. So they actually released this as a demo last month, I think. So it's, not a fully fledged song, but it is a demo and it sounds good as it is, to be honest. It's all on the acoustic guitar as well. Okay, so the song is in standard tuning and the capo should be on the 3rd fret if you want to match the recording. And there's a few parts to it, but they're relatively easy to play. So I'm going to show you how to play them. Okay, so there's an introduction and a verse, which are the same thing, other than the verse having lyrics in them. Then there is a bridge, then there's a chorus, and then there's an outro section. Okay, so the introduction sounds like this. Okay, so all that is on the 2nd fret, you want a finger on the low E string on the 2nd fret. This is all on the 2nd fret, by the way, and finger on the G string and B string. Okay, so those 3 strings need to be pressed down. I don't know what the name of this chord is actually. I think it's like an A over F sharp or something, because you're using kind of the A chords here. And then you are pressing on the F sharp, so F sharp bass string. So I think that is A over F sharp, but I might be wrong. But yeah, it doesn't matter what the name of the chord is. It only matters what it sounds like. So that's that chord. And then you go to a G. I think it's like a G5 or something, where you don't basically do a 4G, which is this. You only just use the fingers on the 3rd fret, like that. So that is 3rd fret on the low E and 3rd fret on the B and high E strings, okay? Like that. And what you want to do with your index finger is on the 2nd fret on the G string, which is this one here, you want to hammer on, okay, while you're playing that chord. So it's like this. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the introduction, and the same chords and progression is used for the verse as well. Okay, so the strumming pattern for this song is pretty consistent throughout, and it's basically like this. Okay, so that's down, up, down, 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 up, 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 down, down. Okay, so it's pretty much that same rhythm throughout the song, even in the other sections. It's sort of it differs in intensity and speed sometimes for the different sections, but you'll figure that out when you play it and when you listen to the song as well. But yeah, once you've got that rhythm sorted, you guys will be fine. Okay, so as the verse is the same as the intro in terms of the chords, I'll just quickly play the verse for you so you can hear how it sounds anyway. Okay. I'm on a fall. Truth that I'm telling might not be true. Gifts that I bring, they might be stolen. I'm here right now, I'll give them to you. Okay, so after the verse, you go into a bridge, and that is made up of a few chords. So you have A sus4, which is 2nd fret on the D and G strings, and 3rd fret on the B. Okay, so you have, and then you go to a G again with the hammer on, like you did before. So you do this 3 times. And then on the 4th time, you do the A sus4, then you go to an E minor, and then you go to a G minor, I think, as well. So what that is so you know the E minor, so you've done A sus4, then to G, and you do the hammer on 3 times, then you do the A sus4 again on the 4th time, and you go to E minor, which is 2nd fret on the A and D strings. Okay, and then you go to a G minor, which is a bar chord, which starts on the 3rd fret on the low E, and so 3rd fret on the low E, 2nd fret, 5th fret on the A and D strings, them 3 strings. But then what you want to do actually is bar the entire 3rd fret essentially with this finger, and you can help it with your middle finger as well for that pressure. Okay, so from E minor to G minor. Okay, and then that's the end of the bridge, and then you go back to the verse again. Okay, so this is how the bridge sounds. Say it's over, I don't believe it. Tell me it's gone, that can't be true. And if it's lost, well, I'm gonna find it. Turn me a page, let's start it. Okay, so yeah, then you go straight into the verse again, and then you go back into the bridge for a 2nd time. But what you do after that is you go into, so instead of going to the G minor, okay, at the end of the bridge, you go straight to a G chord, okay, a normal G, or the same G that you did before, you know, the one fully on the 3rd fret. Okay, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. So you go from E minor to G, and then you go into the chorus. Okay, so the chords for the chorus are a D major, so 2nd fret on the G and high E strings, and 3rd fret on the B. Then you go back to the A sus4 that we did before. We did that in the bridge, so you've got that. D, A sus4, then an E minor, and then a G. Okay? So you do that 3 times, and then on the 4th time, after the E minor, you go to that G minor that we did before, okay? Okay, so I'll quickly play the chorus for you, but I'll actually start from this end of the 2nd bridge, okay, so you can hear the transition. Okay, so turn me a page, let's start anew. Yes, and he's gone, I'm right behind it. Storm when it comes, let it rain down on me. Okay? So right at the end, you do E minor to G minor. Okay? And then you go into the outro. Okay, so the outro of the song is obviously the last part of the song, and it has two sections to it. Okay, so the first part is very, very similar to the verse, if not the same, basically. Okay, so you have second fret on the low E string and second fret on the G and B strings. Okay, that same rhythm again, and then you go to a G if you want, like the same G that I showed you before, or you can do a different G, which is what I tend to do for this part, is third fret on the low E, fifth fret on the A and D strings, and then a finger on the B string on the third fret as well. Okay, so you have that sound. It's not much different, but I try and change it up because it's a different part of the song, you know. So, but there's not much difference in the sound actually. So that's that one, and this is the one I showed you before. That sort of rings out more. Okay, so it doesn't really matter, whatever you choose. Okay, so you basically do that 3 times. So in a little while we'll be free. In a little while we'll be free. In a little while we'll be free. So on the 4th time you play that chord progression, that one. Once you've done that 3 times and you're on the 4th, when you go to the G, you actually basically stop playing. So you sort of do 1 strum and you wait a few seconds, and then you move into the outro, the second part of the outro, sorry, which is just a little instrumental. Okay, so I'll show you how that transitions. Okay, so this is for the 4th time, yeah. In a little while we'll be free. Okay, so then you go into a D, which is the second part. Okay, so D major, and you go to this chord. I don't know the name of it, but what it actually is 3rd fret on the G and B. Okay, and sorry, 5th fret on the G and B, and 3rd fret on the low E. Okay. Then you go to this chord, which is basically a D major, but just slid up 1 fret each. Okay, so that's 3rd fret on the G and high E, and 4th fret on the B. And then you hammer on, keeping that same chord, on the low E, the high E of the 5th fret. Okay. And then you go back to a D. Okay, so all of that together sounds like this. Okay, so yeah, that's the entire song really. So yeah, hopefully that helps, and I'll see you guys very soon.